So I was watching those Yu-Gi-Oh! Sealed format videos that the YouTubers are making. You know, they open random packs or not random packs, they'll open packs from a certain set or something, and then they'll make a deck out of that and they'll play each other. And I was trying to figure out how would I do that with my own game, because it was something I always thought about. And it was like because kind of a coding thing, in order to make it look as flashy, I wouldn't know how to do that. So I instead just tried to see, okay, could I find anything at all? And I remember having like random generators from way back when I used to use all the time for something. I don't remember what, but for something. So I went looking around. I couldn't find the exact site I used to use. And if it were a snake, it probably would have bit me. But I did find this. As you can see here, these are the... Oh, where's my mouse? Okay. As you can see here, these are all the names of the cards that I have that are in Tom TCG. And they are, in fact, randomized. So you can see like Sheer Tan, Power Surge, Hit and Run, Infernus Draco, Infernus Wyvern, and Downside Switch Up. And so and whatnot, and you see quite a few of them so that it was randomized. When I put it in here originally, I just like put in a list and then I just randomized it and with that, and I was like, okay, let's do 40 because that's a deck. But what happened was I was getting a lot of the same cards, and it was like 6 or 7 of them, and you can only play with 4 of them. So like, okay, well that's obviously not going to work. So what I did instead is I just did a broke boy, what do you call it, broke boy Bunga Bunga dumbed down version of a rarity system. I just put in multiples of more common cards to see what I would get out of them. So like cards like Infernus Draco and Volcanic Golem are at 1, Infernus Wyvern at 2, Fire Sprite at 3, Sheer Tan at 3, and so forth. So I didn't want to put the common cards like Fire Sprite and Sheer Tan at 4, just because I didn't want to get too many. And then Volcanic Golem, cards like Volcanic Golem, I'm not sure if I want those at 1 or 2 because they're supposed to be pretty up there in terms of rarity. But this would be a fun way to play the game without like, because it's a digital game, so you're not gonna have that conflict of access. Every card will be accessed. Why am I saying like that? Every card will be accessible to you like at an instant at full list. So I was like, okay, well, how can I make this a sealed draft format kind of thing? And this was it. I did it twice with this list. With this list, I did it twice. All I got to do is and then keep it tabbed away somewhere, and then just throw it in there, and then the site will do another random generation. Or I can just copy this list and put it into like put it into some kind of Word file, put it back in there, and then that's what it is. But they basically do the same thing. So I'd rather take this because it's less work. This was the first list. No, this was the first list. But this is the first list. I did not get. It worked pretty good because I didn't get. What did I not get in here? I actually copied pasted it into an Excel, not an Excel sheet. This isn't Office. This isn't Microsoft. This is Open Office. It's like a free version. So it would be completely doable for anybody to do this. I got 6 downsizes, 2 Dragoness Mermains, which is good because it's supposed to be a rare, 3 Equalizers, 2 Fire Sprites, which is odd because it's supposed to be a common, 2 Flashes, 10 Graceful Mermaids, which that's why I don't have as many Fire Sprites, because Graceful Mermaid just like took up everything. 2 Infernus Draco, which is good because rare, 2 Infernus Wyvern, good because also kind of rare-ish. 3 power penalties, 5 power surges, 2 sheer tans, 4 side of cost, 7 switch ups, 3 Templeback Sink Turtles, which is interesting because he is also rare. So I got 1 more of those than the others. I got 1 more of those even in the commons. 6 Torpedo Dolphins, 1 Torpedo Shark, and a Zero Sum, which is interesting because Zero Sum was also like a 1-name rare. Like it was like one of those things where it's going to be really hard to pull. So it was like, okay, this is a pretty fair system. I don't have quite a few cards in here, obviously, because 60 cards, and then a lot of them are reprinted, or not reprinted, they're copies. So I think I'm missing Ultimatum Summon, which allows me to summon a monster from my deck by attributing monsters from my roster. Power Penalty, which, oh no, I do got Power Penalty. Power Surge, oh, I got Power Surge too. Okay, never mind. There are a few cards, I know there's cards I'm missing, obviously. Volcanic Golem. Volcanic Golem didn't make it into the deck because this didn't get drafted. What else am I missing? I'm not sure. I'm not sure off the back of my, off the tip of my tongue. I can't say who I'm missing for sure, but I know there's cards in here that aren't in here. So I did a second one. This is the first one because there's no Infernus Draco in this deck, is there? Oh, there's one. Right. I did get 2. So the second list. Let me actually do this live. Well, not live, but quote unquote live, like right now. I'm gonna copy all of this. Control C, put it in here. Control V. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep this selected, and up here, oh, you can't see up there. Okay, never mind. So up at the top of this thing, if I can open it, there we go. So up at the top here, you've got, no, you still can't see it. So up at the top here, there we go. Up at the top here is like sort by ascending, sort by descending. So it's like alphabetical order or numerical order. And it only affects this line here that I highlighted. So it's like, okay, cool. But it doesn't affect the first box for some reason. So let me actually, why are you all the way down here? Hold on a second. Okay, because I was all the way down there. Let me actually put it one space down, paste it, so that way it affects shear tan too. Because for some reason it doesn't affect the ones in the actual selection, which I'm not sure why it does that. Boom, okay, so it's in order. So I got 1 cost of sight, 3 downsizes, 2 Dragoness Mermaidens again, 1, 2, 3 equalizers. Oh, I didn't get an equalizer in the, oh, I did. 3 equalizers. I got 4 fire sprites this time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 graceful mermaids. So I didn't get as many graceful mermaids this time. I only got 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 5. Hit and run. Hit and run isn't in here in the first one. I don't think so. So 3 hit and runs, 3 Infernus Dracos. That's a lucky thing. Infernus Wyvern 3. Power penalty 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Power surge 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Revitalization. Oh, revitalization. I didn't get that one in the last one. I definitely didn't get that. And that's basically like a monster reborn. I got one of those, which is the pull. That's good that the pull works that way. 4 sheer tan, so I got a play set of sheer tan. Sight of cost, one of those. Switch up, I got 2 of those. Torpedo Dolphin, 1, 2, 3, 4 Torpedo Dolphins. So I got a play set of Torpedo Dolphins. 1, 2, 3, 4 play set of Torpedo Shark. Ooh, I actually got 3 Volcanic Golems this time. And 3 Zero Sums. Wow. And this all comes to 60 cards. So I'm pretty sure I should be able to make like a deck of 40 out of this. I'd have to check and see if there's like way too many extras to make a 40 card deck, but I'm pretty sure this is enough to make a 40 card deck. So I'll check back on that and then I will show it off. All right, and after after using a YouTube video to remember how to use this thing, I did figure out how to know how many decks, how many cards you will have within the deck. This says 42, and not even all the numbers here. So watch, if I put like 3, it now says 45. So what I did is it's pretty much this. It's pretty simple. It's the number here, and then you go equal, sum, open bracket. What is this? This is row G. So type in G, and then the number, which is 1, and then I guess you do semicolon, and then G2, and then close it. Bam, and you got 8. And now if you were to ever change the number, like to, let's say, let's do something big like 72. There you go. Now, if you were to say have multiple of these, you couldn't just, I don't know if you could do the whole colon, you wouldn't want to do it anyway. What you would do is instead, will it show up? Yeah. So what you do instead is do equal sum E1 colon instead of semicolon to E18. So everything within this blue line here would be tracked to add or subtract every time you change the number. And oh, it's making me select. No, go back to. You know what? Just escape. There we go. So this is definitely a good way to keep track of how many cards you do have to build within the deck. One thing I thought about while I was doing this is that I did get like 10, didn't I? Didn't I get like 10 Graceful Mermaidens? Yeah, I got like 10 Graceful Mermaidens. Okay, let me just do it like this then. I was trying to get the spaces out of the way, but whatever. I don't know why I did that. I don't even need that. Just equal sum open. This is B1 to B60. B1 colon B60. Close bracket. Bam. 59. Okay, so 59 cards. 59? That should be 60. I miscounted somewhere. Anyway, let's just say it's 60. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1. Oh, I didn't put Torpedo Shark at 1. Okay, there we go. 60. So, how would I do this? Let's say Graceful Mermaid goes from 10 to 4. 54. Okay. Let's say Power Surge is no Power Surge there's enough. Oh. Let's say Switch Up 7 to 4. 51. Power Surge 5 to 4. 50. Torpedo Dolphin 6 to 4. 48. Downsize 5 to 4. 47. So even with that, you still have. Sorry, I don't know if the audio is going through, but even with that, you still have more than enough cards to make a full deck. You just have a lot of you'd have a lot of copies because the maximum is 4. So whatever was at like 5, 6, 7, 8 and upwards would just be set to 4. But if I were to like make a game out of this, you know, like a draft thing, you'd still have to keep the 10. So I would just like, I would probably just copy this. Let me fix all this back. Yeah, I would just copy it and then edit it to whatever I need to use as a full deck. But it's good to know that, you know, even still, I had a deck of cards. I had 7 cards over that I could use still. So it wouldn't be the best pull all the time, but it was something, and it's playable. So this is definitely something I'm gonna look into. This is something that I really want to try out. Once I get like the testing done and everything, I want to like try and do draft sealed formats with people and see how, you know, see how it gets received and all that. And it'd be a good way to do, I don't know, it'd be a good way to do a few things with this rather than just be like a card game that I have and play and then that's it. And like, I want to do stuff with it. I don't want to just make cards, play the game, and then, you know, repeat the process or whatever. So yeah, this is pretty cool. What's the website again? Website is randomlists.com, and then you would type everything you need in here, and then if you want something to appear more or less, you would just change how many times it shows up in the list. So like Infernus Draco is supposed to be a rare, or yeah, Infernus Draco is supposed to be a rare, so it'd be 1. Infernus Golem rare 1. Infernus Wyvern rare. So if you wanted things to appear, if you wanted more things to appear more rare, then other things would have to appear more common. So I guess you could put everything that's at 3 to 4, everything that's at 2 to 3. No, everything that's at 3 to 4. How would you do that? I guess it would depend on how many cards you have too, so there's that. But for me, I think it would be everything that's at 3 would be at 3. I think I would need more things at 2. I don't know, I'd have to figure it out, but this is based on all the current cards that I have available. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is like all the current cards I have available, so that's why it's like a really low roster. So that's what it is, at least for now. And then when I get more, then when I get all the other the other cards updated, I can put those in here, and then it would be a little bit easier to get like rarity slots done. But yeah, if you want to try this with your own card game, you want to like make a draft series out of it and see what you get, this would be a good way to do it. You know, it's not flashy, it's not, you know, super intuitive, but well, I guess it is a little bit intuitive. It's something basic to do, something really easy to do that anyone can do. You just put in the names, edit the list however you want it for stuff to show up. You could send the list to people, have them, you would send the link to people, or you could share it, I believe. I think that's what share will do. I think it'll share all of it. No, it'd probably just share the poll, but you could highlight the link. Oh, you can't see it. But anyway, you would highlight the link up in the search bar or the website bar. Copy that, put it into like a notepad or Word or something, and then you could paste it there, and it would automatically put you back with all of this. Plus, it would randomize it for you already. So that's already like 2 things that would get done for you. And you know, if you send it to people, they can do the same, and you can have yourself a little draft format with your own cards. But I've been speaking long enough. That was just something I wanted to talk about, and I will see you in the next video.